Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Podcast 51. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Uh, Sorry for the late episode. Just yesterday, man, first time working out in like forever. My body was like, nope. And I was just exhausted. Today I worked out again and my body's still exhausted, but I was like, I want to get this episode out. So here we are, and hopefully you guys are having a great week. Hopefully, I know some of spring break has started, so hopefully you guys are having a great spring break. Or if it hasn't started, hopefully you guys will have a great spring break. But um, but yeah, some terrific news has happened. Again, this is a movie and TV podcast, so if you love that kind of stuff, this is your first time joining us, welcome to the podcast. And yeah, we just here discuss movies and TV shows and stuff adjacent to that as well. So if you love, movies, TV shows, or topics about that as well, and in future episodes we're gonna have a debate and all that stuff about movies and all that stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff, this is a podcast for you. Make sure to follow me if you haven't already on Instagram, pod_cast51. Now we have that out of the way. Let's get into this. But yeah, movie theaters are where I am at. Movie theaters are starting to open up again, probably with social distancing and all that stuff. But movie theaters are opening up again, so I am glad for that. So a lot of uh, anticipated movies are coming out. So I'm really glad for that because that's one of the things I really missed. In 2020, I really missed going to the movie theaters, man. I that was like one of my favorite things to do was just go to the movies. I know some people don't like it. Some people are like, oh, and it wasn't a big worry for me. But I just a lot of people are like, oh, well, why go to the movies? I could just watch these movies at home. And I did watching like the Snyder Cut. It would have been cool to see in the movie theaters, but I did see it at home. But hopefully, some upcoming movies like Kong versus Godzilla. So maybe I'll see that in movie theaters. So that one will be coming out next week. And it says in theaters as well. And I have it on HBO Max, so still deciding. So maybe if I have like a gift card or something to go watch it, I'll go watch that. But there's a lot of anticipated movies. I looked up like what are some movies that are coming out. Mostly like Disney movies and like comic book movies, to be honest. The most surprising is, if you look up Mortal Kombat, I wonder how many people are gonna watch that. But I want to blah, blah, blah. Can't even talk today, jeez. But I'm gonna put a poll on my Instagram and my stories on which movie you guys are most excited for. If you guys are gonna go to the movie theaters, what are you waiting for to come out in movie theaters? For me, I don't have like Batman, the Batman with Robert Pattinson. I can't really wait for that one for obvious reasons. I'm a big Batman fan. I really can't wait for that one. But a lot of comic book movies. What is this one? Oh, The Suicide Squad. I'm looking forward to that one. Directed by wait, who is it? Oh yeah, James Gunn. Sorry. I'm like directed by James Gunn. So I'm really excited to see that one. How that one turns out. Spider Man, No Way Home. That one. If all the rumors are true, like with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back as Spider Man or Peter Parker. I want to see that. Venom 2 is coming out in 2021. Space Jam. The one that surprised me was Avatar. Uh, Avatar 2 is coming out in 2022. I didn't hear any speculation about Avatar coming out. Um, but it's been so long since I've seen the last one. I don't even know where it left off or where they're gonna go off from. I think like one of the main characters, he becomes one of the creatures or whatever, the aliens or I don't know what they were called. It's been so long since the last one. I don't even know where they're gonna go from there. If it's gonna be the same characters and all that stuff. So I think he just stayed because he I don't even remember the plot really. I think he stayed in like that world or whatever. Uh, but yeah, so because he couldn't use his legs, so then in that world he could, and you know he found a woman that he loved, or I guess in that world. So yeah, Candyman. That one seems interesting. But yeah, again, this is gonna be a shorter episode, so I do apologize. There's not a lot of movie stuff that I've been watching. Oh, there is. I almost forgot. I've forgive me for saying uh I usually watch, one type of movie like action movies and all that stuff. I recently just got into like horror movies and stuff like that. Um so yeah, and and not a lot of horror movies I haven't watched, or that's like, thriller or whatever, like Halloween or stuff like that. I barely just got into that like 2 years ago. But usually I'd watch comic book movies or action movies, stuff like that. And one that's coming out, I thought it was I looked at just want to see who it was, but Candyman. I seen the original, and screenplay by Jordan Peele and producer Jordan Peele, but not. I thought it was directed by him, but I guess not. Well, the screenplay, writing it and stuff like that. But like his big hits from like what was it? What was his big hits? Anyway, besides the point, his two big hits. The names escape me at the moment. But yeah, this is a segue to what I'm going to be talking about right now. I recently watched Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. Phenomenal movies for what they were. Never really watched those kind of movies, like Halloween or like stuff like that. But yeah, I never really watched those kind of movies, and my mom recommended me those movies because I was watching Hannibal on Netflix, the show. So she was like, "Oh, have you seen Silence of the Lambs or Hannibal?" I'm like, "Oh, I haven't seen any, haven't seen those movies." So finally, they were on last week on TV, or 2 weeks ago, and I recorded them. And yeah, so I was like, "Oh, I'll give it a shot, see what they." Anthony Hopkins is a phenomenal actor, and he he plays Hannibal great in this. Better than the guy who plays him in the show. But the show is the guy who plays him in the show. I do like him in other movies like Polar on Netflix. That was a great movie. Uh, I wish he had bigger roles in other movies, but he's like more like the silent type or whatever. He was in Doctor Strange, one of the bad guys in Doctor Strange, if you remember that. Oh, that's another movie I'm excited for. The new Doctor Strange movie. Looks like it's supposed to be a horror movie kind of thing, so I'm excited for that. First MCU horror movie. Matrix 4 is coming out. What? In 2021? When is this supposed to come out? Let me see. The Matrix 4. So, Keanu Reeves is supposed to come out in December 16th, 2021, Singapore, though, it says. So we'll see how that is. I don't know if I'm excited for that. Maybe a lot of people are gonna go see it because of Keanu Reeves. But I don't know. A lot of I've seen the first Matrix. I don't think I've seen the rest. So if they leave off, from like Matrix 2 or 3, I never seen those movies. I think I've seen Matrix 2. That was like I don't even think I remember that one. Matrix 3, I know I didn't see. So I don't know how I don't know if they're gonna leave off from Matrix 3, or is it even possible? I don't know. Let me know if you guys are gonna watch the Matrix 4 in theaters. Let me know about that. Um, Oh, let me get back to Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. Man, Anthony Hopkins is a phenomenal actor. Just the way he transforms himself from role from one role to another. He was so like menacing. Like I believed like he was a cannibal or whatever. I believe that he was uh opposite of Jodie Foster in the first one and Julianne Moore in the second one. I wonder why Jodie Foster didn't be in the second one, but who knows. But Anthony Hopkins was phenomenal in the role. The voice that he used for that. Um, I kind of knew what was gonna happen because I watched the show, and it's a more fleshed out version of what it is, from Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal, since it's a show, so they could do more episodes and build them up and stuff. Where because in Silence of the Lambs, we already know who Hannibal is. We already know what he's done and stuff like that, and then he gets out, and then he does. And in the second one, I thought they were going to catch him again, but they didn't. So that's crazy. But yeah, uh, but in the show, they flesh him out like no one knows who. Well, people know who he is because he's a psychologist or a doctor, Doctor Hannibal, and no one knows that he's Hannibal Lecter. He never knows that he's a cannibal and eats people and feeds it to other people as well. No one knows that yet until like the second season or whatever they start figuring it out. But yeah, he's like he helps like the FBI on cases and stuff like that on serial killers, and you know it's an okay show. I recommend if you've seen Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal, you know you can watch it and you're like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like a prequel into like what it it plays into what all the stuff that he does, so in the movies. But yeah, but yeah, those were great movies. Again, Anthony Hopkins, phenomenal actor. I was joking with my mom, like, yeah, that Anthony Hopkins guy, he has a good career ahead of him. But yeah, like he's one of those actors where he can be in a movie and you don't even recognize him because he's that good of an actor. Uh he just morphs into what the role is, like Odin, like, oh, like that. He acts completely different than from that movie to like him as Odin in like in the MCU and Thor movies and stuff like that and other stuff that he does. um but yeah, and I just want to talk about some upcoming movies that I'm excited for to see. Any of the MCU movies and DC movies are a given for me. I'm gonna go see those. Like Black Widow, Thor, Love and Thunder. Because I heard that the Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be in that. So I think now the MCU. That's what I was saying. Like the MCU after Endgame was like, how do they like? How do you go out after like a big event like that? Um, yeah, so I don't have Disney Plus. So I haven't seen Scarlet Witch show. So, but I think they just have to get more epic. Like if they do the Spider-Man thing, I think they'll have to bring people in. They're gonna have to, do the. I don't know if it's confirmed that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in the movie. I think, um, and the MCU is not gonna deny that they're not gonna confirm nor deny it. I don't think. If they did confirm it, let me know. But yeah, so I don't think if they didn't confirm it, I don't think they're gonna deny it either. Like this is just creating more hype for the movie, which why wouldn't you want to create more hype for the movie? Because it's just a given to create more hype without even doing anything. That's crazy. So but if it is true, I really hope it is true that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire will come back. Um, that was one of the movies that I remember watching in the movie theater. I don't think it was the first movie I seen in the movie theaters, but it's like the one I remember. I think the first one was probably Pokemon, the first movie, but this one was like when I saw it, I was like, dude, this is epic. This is like this is a game changer, and I think it brought me into like superhero movie and stuff like that. And I remember loving Spider-Man from that movie on, and Green Goblin and all that stuff. I remember just loving Spider-Man from that day on, from watching that movie. Venom 2, I'm excited for. Uh, Woody Harrelson's gonna be, we're gonna be introduced to Carnage. I never thought I'd see the day we're gonna be introduced to Carnage. That is crazy. I wonder what people think of Morbius, Jared Leto. Um, a lot of people, is hit or miss for Jared Leto. So, personally, I didn't think he was that great as the Joker. This is coming from a Batman fan, and um, almost everybody who does the Joker does a really good job. But Jared Leto was like, he's probably regarded as like the worst Joker. Like Cesar Romero's even higher than him. You know, uh, I just saw a post today that they're going to do more movies with Joaquin Phoenix. So, who knows? But what do you guys think about Jared Leto as Morbius? Uh, Never, don't know a lot about. I just talked about knowing about Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. I don't know like every character that he interacts with, but this is like one of those side things that is part of Sony but not part of Marvel. I like Venom wasn't really part of the MCU, but like maybe it could be. They could tie it in if they wanted to. They they kind of Morbius, they kind of maybe tied it in with the MCU. I'm not too sure if it is it and isn't. I think if it's a flop, they could just be like, it isn't. Because I know in the trailer they had like Michael Keaton in it, which he was in the MCU and stuff like that. So who knows? Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about that one. An MCU show that I don't know if I think it's gonna be a show on Disney Plus, Blade. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see is Blade. I can't wait for that one. I think that's gonna be a few years down the line, probably in 2023 or 2024, probably. They're gonna start doing that, but yeah, 007 is a good one that I might want to go see. Oh, Ghostbusters. I forgot. Yeah, they're doing a Ghostbusters. Um, I didn't grow up in that era. I did see the original Ghostbusters. I haven't seen the remake that they did that, a lot of people said it was terrible. But but I only seen the first one. I enjoyed it. I'm not like the biggest fan, so maybe this movie's probably not targeting me. Probably targeting people who, love the first one and stuff like that. But yeah, I might go watch it if I don't think I'm gonna watch it like the first day, but maybe if maybe this is one of those movies where I might like if it's on like HBO Max or like streaming service, I might watch it or in the movie theater. But yeah, usually when I go to movie theaters, I like to I usually go. It's either opening day or like um I'll like wait. Oh, I'll just watch it when like whenever. But you guys either like opening day or like not at all. So if I can't go on the opening day, I try to go, as soon as possible because as soon as the movie comes out, like all these spoilers and all that stuff, because like on Instagram, you follow one thing, and like I follow a lot of comic book accounts and stuff like that, and they just report as soon as the movie comes out, like oh spoiler ahead and all that stuff. So I like to see it ahead of time, so like um so there's no spoilers and all that stuff. Um, Another one is let's see. Oh, Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible. Yeah, I liked the last one with Henry Cavill. Um, the reason I watched it because of Snyder Cut. I was like, let's see if this mustache thing was worth it. Because if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, but I was like, okay, it's you know, in Mission Impossible, was the mustache really necessary? I don't know. I don't think it was the mustache tied to any plots or something. Like I don't get it. I guess to reshoot it, like with one mustache, and people shave their mustache. Like I don't know why you can't have it where he has a mustache and he doesn't have a mustache. I really don't. I didn't really when I saw the movie, I was like, yeah, it was a great movie, but like, where is the need for his mustache? I really don't get it. Why didn't they let him shave the mustache? I guess for like, hey man, we're not gonna let him shave the mustache. Screw you. The movie had way more problems than just the mustache, but I was just like, I'm gonna see this movie because this. Because I never really watched any of the older Mission Impossible. I think I seen like one or like, uh, but I started watching now because I was like, oh, I just need to see this. So then I liked it. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good movie. So I guess I'll go watch the second one. Um, Black Widow's coming out. What's this one? Death on the Nile. Don't know what that is. Probably won't watch it. If it's not on my radar or if it's not like recommended to me, I probably won't see it. Disney's Cruise Jungle, I think, isn't that a ride at Disney? Uh, yeah, I have no intention of seeing that one. I think that's the one with The Rock and Emily Blunt, I believe. No intention of seeing that one. Maybe if it's on, yeah, I don't think even if it was on like a Disney Plus or something, I don't think I would watch it. But that's just me. Top Gun, didn't see the first one, so I don't know. Um, Let me know. Are you guys excited to see a new Top Gun? A lot of these movies are like bringing back Fast 9. I'm probably gonna see that one. I want to see that. Um, don't know if The Rock's gonna be in it because I know Vin Diesel and The Rock have beef or whatever. I don't know. Halloween Kills. Uh, I'm probably gonna see that one. But yeah, this is just me seeing like which one I'm gonna see. Space Jam. Man, I don't even know if Space Jam. I like the original when I was a kid. I haven't watched it as an adult, to be honest. So, yeah, I know LeBron James is gonna be in it. It was in the news recently that they took out like because Gabriel Iglesias was supposed to be Speedy Gonzalez, and now he's not gonna be. They took it out, or you guys know why. But yeah, you know I really don't care about Space Jam. So uh, it's probably one of those movies where maybe I'll see it in the theaters, like way down, like when it comes back to like the dollar theaters or the fun, the cheaper theaters. Maybe I'll see like at one of those or something like that. But yeah, let's see if there's any more horror movies. Let's see. Scream 2022. What? She's making a Scream. Oh, they already have two Halloween movies lined up. There's one coming out in 2021, and then there's another one called Halloween Ends in 2022. I highly doubt that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're gonna end the Halloween series after all these movies? All these, I think this is like the third time it's rebooted. Because like there's like the original timeline where it's like the first one, the second one, like the third one, and they like restart it or whatever with like Rob Zombie like restarts the universe, and then they restart it again where like the first one's canon, and then like they made one again that's like supposed to be the second one, and then so yeah, I don't know. But like when you announce another movie, that means that we know that Michael Myers is not gonna die. Like there's no like when I hear that, it doesn't really when I see that in a movie, like we know these characters are not gonna die. Like I don't know if you guys seen Solo. A lot of Star Wars fan did not see Solo. I actually enjoyed it. Was it the best Star Wars movie? No. Uh, but I like maybe I'll give it a chance or whatever. It was on Netflix or whatever. I was like, hey, there's nothing on. I'll just watch it and see what I think about it. But there was a scene where they're trying to suspense, like, oh, this is a prequel. This is like a prequel. Like, okay, oh, is Chewbacca gonna die? Even though we just saw him in like movie in the Force Awakens and all that stuff, is he gonna die? No, we know that he's not gonna like. when you do stuff like that, have more clever writing or whatever. We know which characters are gonna live and which are gonna die. We know that Han Solo is not gonna die. We know that Chewbacca is not gonna die. When you do when you announce another movie, we know that Michael Myers is not gonna. Well, we probably know that Michael Myers is not gonna die in any capacity or whatever because he just I don't know what the heck he is. There's one where he's like a witch or whatever. I don't know what the heck he is. I don't know what he is, but he just doesn't die or whatever. But yeah, so I don't know how this is gonna end. But yeah, this is the episode. I know this is a shorter episode. Next week I'll probably be discussing Kong versus maybe we'll have a guest on. Maybe we'll see. But might see it in theaters. I'll let you guys know on Saturday. So I'm gonna be go watching that movie. Either I have HBO Max, so I might watch on HBO Max or in the movie theater. We'll see. But yeah. I know this is a shorter episode. Not a lot to talk about. I just wanted to, talk about a few stuff. Um, oh yeah, and I talked, a few friends of mine. You remember the last episode I did? I talked about the Snyder Cut. Um, this is why I like, talking about movies and stuff like that. There's a movie for everybody. I had one friend who didn't enjoy the movie. Let's just say, Snyder Cut, but I loved it. I loved the movie, and I had another friend who loved the movie as well. Um, but the other friend who loved it, he he dislikes my favorite movie in the MCU, which is The Winter Soldier. So there's a movie for everybody. Not some people are gonna like this movie, and some people are not gonna like this movie. That's you know, and we didn't have like a screaming debate or about it. I was just like, oh, okay, so you didn't like it, that's fine. Um, like when someone likes a movie that I don't like, when someone likes a movie I don't like, I don't say, oh, I don't hate them or anything. I just say, hey, well, that's you know, that's that. But I'm gonna end the episode here. Again, make sure to follow me on Instagram at pod_cast51. Make sure to check the stories. And let me know what upcoming movie you guys are most excited for. Are you guys excited that movie theaters are opening, or you're just like, hey, I'm probably just gonna watch all of them on HBO Max or Disney Plus when they come out on here. So who cares or whatever. Let me know on Instagram, pod_cast51. And thank you for all the input on my new logo. Very excited for that, for this. But yeah, love you guys. And again, next week, we're going to be talking about a Kong versus Godzilla. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait for that one. That one looks exciting. So love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.